But let's embark on a journey to an extraordinary basic school. It's the Tanfiano D Basic School, where the serene landscape of a cemetery sets the stage for the daily challenge faced by educators and learners. Due to the deplorable nature and state of the junior high school block, pupils find themselves struggling to find moments, of course, to concentrate and to learn. How can you focus with the bleating from goats and, of course, the conversations from passers-by and also moving cars in the community? Seriam Ablanti Souza has been to the community and brings us this week's episode of Ghana Schools of Shame.
Nestled in the heart of Tanfiano, a serene village in the Nkranza North District of the Bono East region, is the Tanfiano D Basic School, a school with a unique set of challenges. It is the first school I have seen that serves as a burial ground and a sheep's pen. Yes, a cemetery and sheep pen sandwiched school, or describe it as between the final resting place of the departed and the bustling activity of a sheep pen. Teachers here are forced to compete with each other's voice as well as the rhythmic grazing of sheep, creating a sound that contests with the disharmony of honking cars and the persistent grinding of motorcycles passing by. Their pupils also struggle to focus in class due to the same factors serving as a constant distraction to the pursuit of knowledge within the school.
Say your school muhai enye ade papa say ye betina masua ade enti. Ye sua ade kra na ye ho tete.
We feel uncomfortable when learning. The bleating from goats, conversations from passers-by, and moving cars distract our lessons. We can barely hear our teachers when they teach.
Class teacher na face cars Nina so na wo hwe ho no e teacher ne beka no ntie the best lab I say obeboye na babe school na maye.
We are pleading with authorities to build the school a new structure for us. There are no classrooms, no furniture, and no teaching and learning materials.
I need your more teacher and question said say ni chok kukrampa ya de betre se nkonwa se ya na de nkonwa free fie ba ye nua no monkitu anim se ubehu obi ba no so na konwa obi onya konwa no atena fom tie be slaba nso beboa yen amayanya school kama atena
se yesu ade kra na amoa no etim ben na ma ebinum timi rare class akra na eden ye pamom.
The animals sometimes enter our classrooms while we are learning, and we would have to stop and drive them away. Our attention is always divided because while listening to the teacher, you're also tempted to focus on conversations and activities going on outside.
I decided to experience it for myself, so I pitched camp at the footing of the junior high school JHS 1 class, and I could hear everything. Here, the JHS 1 pupils are learning science. The JHS 2 pupils are having their mathematics class. And the JHS 3 have social studies. But as I sit here in JHS 1, I can hear everything that is happening in the second and third classrooms. So this is the challenge here at the Tanfiano D Basic School. Now, the history. Until 2016, the school lacked a JHS wing. Pupils aspiring to continue their education beyond the primary level had to embark on a journey spanning approximately 4 miles to Bodom or Kokuma. The construction of the JHS wing, achieved through communal labor, marked a milestone in the school's development. However, for 7 long years, the community has hung on to the hope that authorities would transform their makeshift pavilion into a complete classroom block, providing a conducive environment for teaching and learning. Unfortunately, this dream remains unfulfilled, and the school continues to grapple with the shortage of teachers, inadequate accommodation, and harsh conditions.
Community is abon nas school down or is from a
The community has tried its best in building the school. The current classroom they are using was built by the community.
Community no and aboa. So
we will urge the government to help develop the school and also post more teachers to the community.
Problem Emma Bribia teachers no shower hanese. You supposed to be bad. There be better accommodation na eating.
The reason why teachers refuse to be posted here is because of the accommodation issues. The community bungalow is just 3 rooms, woefully inadequate for more than 3 teachers. Also, there are no rooms for rent.
The
pervasive fear of ghosts haunts some pupils. This fear, perhaps symbolic of the uncertainty surrounding the future of Tanfiano D Basic School, adds another layer of complexity to the challenges faced by both educators and pupils.
I'm saying I was school on until I'm a school and I show me say me for parenting who
We are scared due to the closeness of the cemetery. We always get drenched whenever it rains because of the leaking roofs. We need help.
Who are you for?
Monsieur.
Who's roading?
Monsieur Musse and Monsieur says some may be Pia Babetchim.
If you say be crowd your school more, a bus school car, you say Pia bar. Yen to me, Sian dear ye. At times we be free fear, but not Mount Faber she jot money name a name of good. Are you no sooner? Over Baffin and the shop and
Chris Amayao and Mr. Pia are 2 of the 3 teachers who handle the junior high school. They did not shy away from sharing their frustration.
One teacher teaching here, the voice you also hear at the same time the children also is also listening to what different person is what teaching, so it becomes confusing. At times even a teacher may create a jokes in one of the class whilst some of them will be here laughing. Obviously because of the nature of the structure.
In this locality, we find it difficult because the teacher, you don't have much teachers over here. So a teacher can handle even more than 2 or 3 subjects in a school here. So 3 teachers are controlling the whole of what JHS. And in the community, you can also have burden or you can have room to get or to hire and stay inside.
We are managing on it because if you are teaching and animals are roaming around, you cannot stop what you're doing and chase them. So we'll be teaching while they also be roaming.
In the midst of the tranquility of the cemetery, the pastoral symphony of sheep, and the chaos of passing vehicles, Tanfiano D Basic School, according to the headmaster, stands as a testament to resilience.
With all these challenges, the students still do well in academics and competitions. So, I know that if things improve, we can do better.
Upon all these stretches, better accommodation, we can do better.
The community, undeterred by the myriad of obstacles, continue to hold on to the hope that one day their school will be transformed into a haven of education, free from the distractions that currently pervade its grounds.
Peter Anti, the Executive Director for the Institute for Education Studies, joining us via Zoom now. And very touching story there, looking at, a school saddled, between a cemetery and then you have some grazing going on there. It's not a funny situation at all, but of course, the lighter side of, the story. But let's get to it in terms of the, remedial measures. Is it time for us to, find a reform around which we can fund and of course support rural or community schools, because it's been a challenge having the local authorities seeking control over the schools and then the central government through the education ministry also doing same. Where do we go?
Yeah, thank you and good afternoon. Normally when you give me the name of the school, the first thing I normally do is to look at the statistics of the districts where the school is situated. And I can assure you that most of the schools in this particular district in Kranza North have similar situations like the Tanfiano School. In fact, out of the 499 classrooms in this particular district, almost 20% of them needs major repairs. When you say a classroom needs major repairs, it means that that particular classroom is not good for people to sit in for any academic work.
Right.
It means that the buildings are likely to collapse and so on and so forth. And that is for the district. So looking at what is happening in this particular school, I'm not surprised at all, because that is what is happening. That is a clear picture of the situation of the basic schools in this particular district. I think that, yes, we have all seen that it is becoming difficult for government to deal with some of these situations. And I have said on several platforms that you cannot leave this in the hands of the local authorities who do not have the needed resources to finance the building of infrastructure for the schools that they are supposed to supervise. So what you need to do is a plan that seeks to support deprived schools. And that plan would have to come from the central government. It will have to come from the Ministry of Education, whereby we know that out of the total money available set aside for infrastructure development, a certain percentage will go into improving the state of deprived basic schools that we have in the country. And I think that is the plan that will be able to address some of these challenges. Remember that I think around 2009, 2010, the NDC government used to talk about schools under trees. It became a big campaign platform that at any point in time, they mentioned that they have removed this number of schools under trees. That is a dedicated effort to deal with a particular problem. And I think that looking at the extent of deprivation and deterioration that our basic schools are going through, it is time that we focus on the deprived basic schools and find money to support their renovation.
Should that funding be going directly to the local assemblies?
Yes, I think that there should be a dedicated funding which is being supervised by the central government. So if we have a deprived school policy whereby we have a deprived school fund, then that particular body that is supposed to supervise it looks at these deprived schools, which in my estimation, with my analysis and research that I've done, are enormous. A lot of them, most of our basic schools are deteriorating. They would now select these basic schools and on year basis, target the number of basic schools that they would want to improve in terms of the infrastructure that these schools are facing. But looking at this school environment, I tell you, this is not something that anybody would wish that his or her child would find himself or herself in there doing any academic work.
And that's why it's in the latest of our series called The Schools of Shame. Dr. Anti, thank you for spending some time with us here on The Pulse. But we talk about Christmas because it's a season of celebration and also spreading love through merrymaking. However, not all can afford it. Of course, that joy that comes with Christmas eludes many of those people. To spread joy of Christmas to all, Life Givers mission is feeding over 1,000 children whose parents can't afford, I should say, to bring joy to them this season. And joining us in studio now to give us details on this is Reverend Benjamin Tete, Programs Coordinator of the Life Givers mission, joining us in studio. Thank you so much, and of course, Merry Christmas in advance. Congratulations on what you're doing. But first of all, tell us about the care the Life Givers mission. Give us a background of this group.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here to speak on behalf of my team, Life Givers. I want to greet our founding president, Bishop Joe Kwapong in the United States of America, Atlanta.
Right.
This mission aims at doing something brilliant to our Ghanaian communities, extending love to every home, every people. I mean, as many people that are destitute and are broken, we seek to reach them in this season with the arms of love.
I see. And we know about the upcoming project. I can see that, of course, it's all inscripted on the T-shirt you're wearing. Feed
Shabu.
Let's talk about that upcoming event and what you're seeking to achieve and why the focus on that community.
Okay, we have a vision to give hope to people, to give hope to families, to make them know that there is a better life tomorrow. They should not give up in life.
Yeah.
Today, things may be very bad, but we believe they have a chance of having a better life tomorrow. So we extend love to them so that they can have the realization that life can get better at any time.
I see. Are you open to having more people join the cause and to support, the Life Givers?
Yes. Our arms are widely open.
Right.
We are expecting gifts or any gifts that would come. We are ready to accept them. If you wouldn't mind,
sure, you could put out the contact, but very slowly, so that, of course, those on TV can follow us. You have contact details, location, where people can, of course, just reach out to you. Any detail you want to put out there?
Okay. The contact for donations is 0598944739.
You have to take that again. So of course, our viewers can follow again. 059
05989447739.
Okay.
That is Pedia Evangelism Ministry.
Right.
Yeah.
So people can just easily reach out and then be a part of it. But what will you be doing specifically in the community? Who will you be feeding? And is everyone invited to the party?
Everyone is invited. This is the biggest program to have ever hit our community.
I see.
We are looking forward to feed 1,005 people approximately. We believe that people are able to provide for themselves, but it's a season of love, so why not? Let's share love. So we're going to show love to
everyone.
And the morning, 5:30, there's going to be a serious cleanup exercise. Our chief is informed. Letters have gone to our MCE, our MP. So we are anticipating they are coming to help with the cleanup exercise, and also there's going to be health screening.
I see. It looks like a lot of activities.
Yes, a lot of activities.
Any message you'd like to leave our audience with, and perhaps those who are watching us from the community of Shabu?
Yes, if you are staying in Shabu, I am one of your own, Reverend Benjamin Tete. I'm inviting you to come and join us, God willing, Saturday, 23rd of December 2023, right from 11 a.m. all the way to 3. There's going to be free food, free drink. Come to the Seklemlin Park. Yes, Seklemlin Park. It's one of the most popular spots. We are expecting you all to come and be blessed.
Indeed, and you'll be blessed if you're a part of this year's Feed Shabu 2023. Reverend Benjamin Tete, thank you for spending some time with us here. And that's all we have for you in the package of the polls. I'm Blessed, so then we'll see you again. Until then, log on to myjoyonline.com. More stories there for you.